Good morning. Thank you. So I think most of us are here today because we believe in this future of a connected world. And we all, I hope, have a number of aspirations. Perhaps, like me, you are looking forward to the future where you don't have to hunt for a parking spot, where you don't have to circle around the block 3 or 4 times, knowing that you're going to be late for that meeting. Or perhaps, as many of us I know have traveled here, you never want to see that flight canceled or flight delayed message anymore and find out that it's because of maintenance issues. Perhaps like me, you hope for a world where we optimize our energy utilization every day, everywhere. Or perhaps you're interested in personalized medicine so that it can be tailored just for you as an individual. Whatever your aspirations, I'm here to say that I believe we all believe we're making great progress. There's still more to go. But we're going to have 8.4 billion devices connected in 2017. That's a phenomenal number. And there's many more to come. Google has a history of connecting billions of devices. And so we know a little bit about this space. What happens, or what do we know about connecting devices? We know that we can gain a lot of really interesting insight. We know that the amount of data that you collect today is going to be dwarfed by the amount of data you'll be collecting in the future. We know that we can personalize experiences. And now what we're starting to see is we know this mobile-first world is moving to an AI-first world. And experiences are going to change yet again. So what does it look like when you connect billions of devices? Well, you start to collect a lot of data, petabytes, exabytes of data. And then what challenges does that create? How do you gain useful insight? We already have this problem in industry where we have a lot of data and we don't know how to get insight. So how do you start thinking about this problem? Let me dive a little bit deeper into this. When you collect a lot of data and you're a data-driven company, you learn to master big data. Google has had a long history, a storied history around big data, dating back to 2005, where we published the first paper on MapReduce. Of course, many of you will now know that MapReduce was the foundation for Hadoop. But that didn't stop there. We did distributed storage systems, Bigtable. And all of these technologies have enjoyed the innovation of a broader ecosystem, an open source community that has thrived to drive innovation and continue to push the limits. So Hadoop, HBase, Apache Drill, these are all the same technologies that underpin things like Google Search, Google Maps, our ads infrastructure, all the same technologies. And what Google is doing now is we're seeing the next wave of innovation in all of these technologies is really around managed services, so that you no longer have to worry about all of the infrastructure. The things that Google has learned to do really well at scale, we want to offer to you so that you can become really good at what differentiates your business. And so all of these storied history of big data and technology is now available in managed services. But it doesn't stop there. So now you have lots of data. The real goal is, how do you supercharge innovation by leveraging that data? And this is really interesting. So we start to look at, we take data, we take lots of compute, and we start to apply machine learning. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about machine learning. So for those of you who may know, Demis Hassabis is the leader of Deep Brain at Google. And he had started a company called DeepMind out of the UK. And they were looking at the hypothesis that could we teach machines to learn? He had a real fascination with this topic. So what you see here is a game of Breakout. So they put it to the test. And they said, without giving the computers instructions about how this game is going to be, how it should be played, or the rules of the game, or precise measurements of angles and how I should position the joystick. Instead, they just gave the deep neural networks inputs, pixels, and the output, joystick. And then it was just math and neurons. Neurons to simulate how the human brain learns. Just math. No pre-programmed if, then, else, or complex decision trees. After 10 minutes, random luck, but it started to learn. So you can see the score, it improves, but by single digits. Then what we see is after about 120 minutes, it starts to play flawlessly. It doesn't miss a beat. So you can see we now go from single-digit scores to double-digit scores, 2 hours. But what happens next is truly amazing. 4 hours. It not only learns how to play flawlessly, it learns strategy. Why? Because it has a reward system. The reward system is encouraging it to get that score as high as possible. So now what do you see in the score? You no longer see single-digit or double-digit. You see triple-digit scores because it's learned the strategy of breaking out the left-hand panel and getting the ball up on the top. So fascinating. The machines have now learned strategy. I want to give you a little peek inside of some of Google infrastructure here to give you a sense of how much we believe in machine learning. We have racks upon racks upon racks of tensor processing units, hardware, custom hardware that's made to do matrix math, which is what's the foundation of deep neural networks, incredibly efficiently. And why is this important? We've taken training times that used to be done on CPUs, and then were moved to GPUs from days and weeks down to hours. So now we put the power of machine learning in the hands of every engineer because we can and because we believe. And this is something that I encourage you to think about. How can you put the power of innovation in the hands of every one of your people and really empower them to make innovation happen? But it's not just for games. What happens when we take connected satellites and apply machine learning? Apply intelligence to supercharge. This is an example from Airbus, where they've used our machine learning to take what used to be a process where they had complex algorithms to determine whether you're seeing clouds or whether you're seeing snow. They had spent 2 decades refining their algorithms, and they were able to achieve 13% error rate. With machine learning, one engineer, 6 months, they were able to drive that down to less than 4% error rate. 3 times improvement in what they were able to do in a very short window of time. Doesn't stop there. Let's think about data centers. So Google has been in the business of data centers for about 10 years, give or take. We've worked tirelessly to improve the efficiency of our cooling systems. In fact, we run data centers hotter than anybody else. And we were one of the leaders, if not the leader, in energy utilization when we started this effort around machine learning. But we had one engineer who said, we collect a lot of data from our data centers. Why don't we take a look at machine learning and how it can be applied to make our data centers more energy efficient? So one engineer, with part-time help from one of the deep brain folks, he was able to drive down 40% efficiency in cooling. Nobody believed it. We thought it was a fluke. It must have been a hot day. It must have been, right? We had spent some of the world's best engineers to optimize our cooling, heavily hand-tweaked and tuned. And then we apply the machines, 40%. We turned it off, jumped right back up. Turned it on, right back down. Incredible. So this is why Google is such a believer in machine learning. Every single one of our products is using machine learning today. Every single one of our products, to deliver better experiences, to deliver double-digit improvements in what we've seen in the past. So what's really important is that it all starts with connecting. So that's why we're all here today. We're all here because we want to connect things. We want to envision that world. We want to make it real. Connecting machines, applying big data, using machine learning, those aspirations that I talked about in the beginning are absolutely a reality in the future. So I'm thrilled and happy to be here, and I want to see this happen. So I'm going to hand it off now to my colleague Indranil, who leads our product management team for Cloud IoT. And he's going to give you a little bit of a closer look into what does that really mean.
Thank you, Jen. Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm Indranil Chakraborty. I'm the product lead for Google Cloud IoT on Google Cloud Platform. And Jen talked about the intersection of connected things, big data, and machine learning to help customers and partners get started on this journey of intelligent Internet of Things. What I want to do is I want to get a little deeper into how customers and our partners are starting on this journey and some of the challenges that they face and what Google thinks about, how Google is thinking about addressing these challenges as well. So let's get started. So let's start with Nest. Nest is close to home, and they're connecting cameras, video cameras, to Google Cloud Platform, leveraging machine learning to distinguish between humans and other activities. So it's an example of connected cameras using large-scale video data and machine learning to generate intelligent alerts and insights at home to keep people safe. Another example, Smart Parking. Smart Parking is a New Zealand-based company, technology provider, which for parking management, and what they're doing is they have a large number of devices, smart sensors and devices in parking lots, which is connected to Google Cloud, and then using it not only to enable the drivers to know exactly what spot is available in real time, but they're also helping businesses such as Auckland City to manage traffic in a better way and to predict demand for traffic as well. Another example of connected parking devices using real-time streaming data to provide city-wide analytics. We have Odin Technologies, which is doing similar, using IoT devices and large-scale data and machine learning to transform manufacturing and to help factory owners optimize their overall processes. EnergyWorks is another example, which is helping utilities to understand in real time the electricity consumption at home and also to predict demand in a much better way. So we have been working with a large number of customers and partners in helping them on their journey to this intelligent Internet of Things. And we found a couple of key challenges that were common across all these customers and partners. One was security. Surely you want to get all these things connected, but how do you ensure that all your devices, all your things are secure? They're securely connected to Google Cloud or to other cloud platform. And how do you ensure that all these millions or billions of devices, connected things out there, have the right security patches and have the right firmware and so on? Second is scaling on big data. While each of these things might be sending small amount of data every interval, when you think about millions or even billions of these things sending a small amount of data, that's a massive influx of data ingestion. So how do you make sure that you have the right infrastructure, the right platform, so that your application can ingest data at scale without any issues at all, or without any latency? And finally, actionable insights with machine learning. Once you have the data, once you ingest the data, what is the right model? What's the right data set you want to ingest so that you can build the right model so you can get the real actionable insights to improve your business processes? At Google, we've been working on these challenges for over a decade. And we want to make sure that our customers, enterprise customers, small business customers, and partners can benefit from the same infrastructure that we have developed to address these challenges. So earlier this week, we announced the public beta release of Cloud IoT Core. And as you know, there are more than 2 billion monthly active Android devices, Android phones, Android Wear, Android Auto, which are securely connected to Google Cloud infrastructure, which is sending massive amount of data between the devices and Google Cloud. And Cloud IoT Core is built on the same infrastructure so that you can easily and securely connect your Internet of Things to Google Cloud and handle this massive ingestion of massive scale of data and use machine learning down the road. So Cloud IoT Core, we're pretty excited about this announcement. It was in closed beta for a couple of months, and we have phenomenal response from a large number of customers, both across the industry, oil and gas, smart transportation, logistics, and so on. And the key thing about Cloud IoT Core is a fully managed service. So you don't have to worry about instantiating a resource or a VM. You just connect your device, whether it's one device, few devices, and millions of devices. We scale automatically. And it has support for industry standards. So you can start connecting your existing devices to Cloud IoT Core and start leveraging the value of the power of our data analytics services. The other advantage of Cloud IoT Core is it seamlessly works with our downstream services for data analytics and machine learning, so that you can really focus on building the application, business application, and not worry about infrastructure at all. Cloud IoT Core, in conjunction with our data analytics services and with machine learning services, customers and partners can now build compelling application and real business case application to get real-time insights and also to do other use cases such as predictive maintenance and as such. So we're pretty excited about this offering. And coincidentally, we've also been working with industry-leading car maintenance and servicing company. And I'm pretty excited about some of the progress we made. So to tell you more about how this company, Midas, has been using Google Cloud Platform, I want to invite Elodie Gendron, the Chief Digital Officer from Midas. Welcome.
To go next here. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I'm very proud to be here to speak a little bit more about our solution. But first, I will quickly tell you more about who we are. Midas, it's 660 workshops in 8 countries, which maintain and service your car. We are pioneering innovation, and we revolutionized our market last year by launching the Midas Connect app to be in line with, of course, the growth of the connected car. As you may already know, this is a big upset which completely changed the relationship between the customers, its car, and the ecosystem. And in front of that, we had 2 solutions. Be afraid about that, suffer from this emergence, and like some market players, see it as a threat. Or be more daring. And that's the option we choose by choosing Midas Connect, because for us, it's a big opportunity. The opportunity for customer loyalty and also for differentiation. But how does it work? First, we install the connected box inside the car of the customers, and with the platform, we've connected the car to the customers through the application Midas Connect to simplify the daily life of the driver. For example, we can secure the car and its passenger thanks to notification, geolocalization, shortcut contact to allow him contacting their relatives. And also, we can have the maintenance agenda to simplify the maintenance of his car. And we also give him a short resume of all these distances. So that's kind of services that you can find in our app. But we cannot stop there. It's only the beginning of the story for us. So now we want... It works, sorry. So now we really want to bring more added values to that offer. And through that, we are now working on new business models to bring that added values to all our customers, targeting more than 100,000 connected cars within the next years. For that, we are still working with XI, so the small box that we put inside the car for data fetching. We are also working with Tell Me Plus for predictive patterns and modeling. And we are, of course, working with Google Cloud Platform. And all this, sorry, I forgot my word. And all this partnership lead us to new ideas, new business model ideas, by delivering real-time predictive alerts to our customers. And we are working first on batteries and failures. We choose batteries because it's very stressful for the customers, and it also brings us some business in our workshops. But at least, what are the different steps to go to that solution? First, as I already told you, we install this small box inside the car of the customers. Then we match it with the personal account of our customers in our app, so in Midas Connect. And thanks to this match, we allow XZ to collect all the data from the cars, make them intelligent through Google Cloud Platform, and be able to send real-time predictive alerts to the customers. But now, how does work this magic through Google?
It's magic. Well, it's actually very simple. What happens is Z is collecting the data from the car. It pushes to Google Cloud Platform. And we have, as I mentioned, we have all the data analytics services to ingest data at scale. And then Tell Me Plus is using our Google Cloud machine learning engine and other data analytics services to build really high accurate predictive models based on the data that is ingested. So pretty exciting. So Elodie, let me ask you this. Why did Midas choose Google Cloud Platform?
Simply because this new business model we're building leads us to new ideas that need agility at least. So first, we need a solution which enables us to test and learn quickly and easily to make our business, to test and learn from our algorithms, and then to improve them in Europe. Then we need a secure and scalable platform to be able to face our tomorrow growing needs, of course, because it's only the beginning for us again. And then we need a strong platform with the capacity to go fast, to test, to analyze, to correct, because we really want to keep our leadership on that item. And then we really want to make again tomorrow the difference in our competitive automotive markets. So that's for all those advantages that we choose Google Cloud Platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Elodie. So as you see, Midas has been able to really create value for its end users by not only working at the intersection of connected things, big data, and machine learning, but also working with partners such as Z on the hardware side, on the actual onboard diagnostic side, then working with Google Cloud Platform and Cloud IoT for scalable ingestion and data processing. And then Tell Me Plus, which brings the additional vertical industry-specific knowledge to build specific machine learning model. So it's really important that we have a right partner ecosystem across the value chain to drive the overall velocity of intelligent Internet of Things. And in Google, we strongly believe in building partner ecosystem, strongly believe in having partnership to drive the ecosystem. And we have over 1,000 companies as part of our broader partner ecosystem to really help customers to get on this and jumpstart the journey on intelligent Internet of Things. On the device side, we have Intel, NXP, Microchip, Marvell, we have partnered with, who are our partners, and it makes it easy, which allows customers to really easily connect all these hardware devices to Google Cloud. On the connectivity side, we have partnership with Sierra Wireless, Soracom, and many others. So it really makes it easy for you guys to connect your devices to cloud. And on the application side, we have partners such as Accenture, Tech Mahindra, PwC, and many others who brings this domain-specific knowledge and have a very good understanding of Google Cloud and machine learning so it can help customers build compelling applications. So as we started working with our customers and partners, we wanted to share 3 steps which we think will really help you to jumpstart your journey on intelligent Internet of Things. One is really identify the business case with the most immediate impact, just like Midas did. As they were thinking about improving the overall customer experience, they started with battery and a couple of hardware which will get immediate impact to the users. So you want to start with a business case which gives you immediate impact, have very clear success metric, and ability to collect data, relevant data, so you can add value to the users. Second, again, just as Midas did, you want to start with the right partners, well, on the hardware side as well as on the other side, so that you can not only get the data from your connected things for processing and ingestion, but you want to make sure that you have the right data so you can build the model and tease out the right insights. And finally, you want to jumpstart, you want a cloud provider which can really help you to provide insights at scale. Right? As you can start with few devices or hundreds of devices, or maybe thousands of devices, but as you get into deployment and when it goes to hundred thousands to millions and even billions, you want to have a cloud provider which can offer you managed services so that you don't have to worry about infrastructure and VMs and all of that. You just focus on building your application and let the cloud provider handle the data at scale and grow as you grow with your business as well. So we stand on the precipice of unprecedented progress in human generation. It is estimated that there will be 30 to 50 billion devices connecting to internet, which will be generating 163 zettabytes of data. And with the rapid progress of machine learning, these connected things will become intelligent every day, and over a period of time, really become very smart and intelligent as well. So it's uncomfortably exciting, and we're very excited, and we hope you are ready as well. Thank you.